Hey guys, it's Wande, the Resolute Rose, back with part two of the I Am Resolutionary series. I am joined today with my homie Ced. He is a visual art
Yo,
creative and storyteller. Hey Ced.
hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey. So I know that, I always say that stories are best told firsthand. So I'm not going to tell your story. I'm just going to hop right into the interview and ask you, who are you and what is your story?
My name is Ced Smith. I go by the artist name Unsaid, and so it has like a two-part meaning. The first part of it is, some things are better left unsaid. So I remember as a child, um, fifth grade, having a crush on a girl, and it's like I wanted to say something and I just couldn't get it out. It's like, or being in class and knowing the right answer, and the teacher is asking, but I just would not put my hand up, and over the years, I kind of paid attention to myself and just realized like a lot of the beautiful things that we have to offer is it comes from inside of us, but we're just terrified to let it go. So as an artist, like that's important for me to express those things. So that's where the storyteller part comes from of the unsaid. The other part of that is personal. Unsaid literally means not said. So it kind of reminds myself like it's not about me. I'm constantly like creating for others so other people get the opportunity to be blessed by it, not for my own gain. So yeah.
I love it. I never knew about the part two. Like I was able to put like the two and two together for part one, but
Yeah.
for part two, it's like, oh, I like that. That's dope.
Yeah, man. It's personal,
I
So
love it.
appreciate you.
Um, And so, of course, we've been art homies for a minute, but
For a
I know
minute,
that
man.
your love of art goes way beyond visual arts. I
Mm-hmm.
know you're a true ATLian if y'all can't hear from the accent.
That's
So
it.
I know you're a major music head. So, I'm not going to ask you to drop any bars or anything, even though I know you do it in your story every now and again. Y'all should follow him. But can you talk about how music influences your style as a storyteller?
Yes, yes. A lot of people don't know that I come from a very musical family. So pretty much everybody aside from my mom and my grandma, I mean, me and my grandma can sing. Um, we're like the only two who didn't get that gift. Like we can do re mi, like do re mi fa, so, but like fa so. That's when it get kind of like you get a little raspy. But so I remember my mom taking me to choir rehearsal with her and looking at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Um, the drums, the piano, the organ, the tenors, the altos, the sopranos. I used to watch how they would take all of these different elements and they would make something that would literally bring you to tears. And I used to love that, man. And obviously being from Atlanta, I'm a huge Outkast fan. Everybody knows my favorite artist is Andre 3000, and it's just one of those things where it's like he would say things in a way that you was like, I can see that. Yeah, I can see. Oh man, how did he think of that? And I just realized I had like this weird connection with music, and when I hear it, I promise you, I see
When I tell you I feel you, I feel you.
it.
I
There it
get
is.
it. I get
There
it.
it is. It's like I don't know what it is, but it's like music can be playing, and it's like, oh, okay, blue, green. Okay, we're gonna work on this. It's like, I see it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, music was huge for me.
That's really dope. That's really dope. I
Mm-hmm.
dig it.
Appreciate you.
Um so I should have mentioned I'm wearing one of your super cool sweatshirts, kind of influenced by music, but also it tells a really cool story. For those of you who can't see, it says "This is America." Um, but so I love like your illustrations and your short
Mm-hmm.
stories, like the Grandpa series,
Right,
always conveying a cool little message.
right.
Um, how do you decide on like what stories to tell and then how to go about telling them?
So I guess focusing on the Grandpa series, right? It's three things I always try to make sure. It's a authentic conversation.
Yeah.
It's something that I really feel for real. Um, it has some sense of humor. It can be funny, or it can just like put a smile on your face, and it has to relate to current issues or what's going on. I think that kind of plays off to the brand of Unsaid. So any combination of those three, but at least have one of those three in there. So that's pretty much how I break down those stories. Like, is it something that's just gonna make me laugh, or is it something that's gonna really make other people get something out of it?
Right.
If other people get something out of it, let's do it.
I see. I dig you with the framework. Okay, so not to put you on the spot, but can you like explain like this sweatshirt and like, I know it was like a crazy time and stuff going on, but like just, quickly like the story behind it.
Okay, and so it's funny because like everybody had their idea what it is. But so
Yeah.
it's Childish Gambino, and he's like shooting his fake gun at this Kanye bear, and it's like he's shooting through him. And I say this is America because this is really what it is. You have two prominent Black artists, and we pin them against each other because we agree with one view and disagree with the other view. This is exactly the way I've experienced America as a Black man.
Right.
I can't be in another room with another Black man who thinks differently than me and not feel threatened from my beliefs, or feel like, hey man, like you Black, bro, like you should be doing this and stuff. And it's just like both of them had to come out of whatever area they had to do to be Black and to be in they, they positions. So it was important for me to kind of convey that. And I was mad at Kanye when I drew the picture, just off of the things that he was saying. But at the same time, I had to catch myself like, why we all, oh man, cancel Kanye. We need Childish Gambino. It's just like, but they both Black. You know what I mean?
I know, right?
Like we already we don't need to cancel nobody right now. We need a voice for everything. So that was big for me. So that was really pretty much the inspiration behind this.
I appreciate that. Look, I don't know what I thought the story was. It was a little bit of that, but I just thought it was super cool, and I was like, I gotta get that.
Appreciate it. That works too.
And people ask like, what does that mean? I'm like, you gotta ask the artist because I'm just wearing it because it's cool.
But and that's the thing, right? So like to your point, like those things Unsaid, like as creatives, like it ain't really our job to kind of interpret.
Right. That's fair too. Fair too, because everybody has a totally different story that they make up, and it's like, all right, cool, makes sense to me, seems legit.
Right, exactly. You know how many times we done went to art museums and seen like 60-foot painting of one color and like, nah, I don't get it.
Not at all.
Purple. All right, 60 million. All right, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I dig it. You're right. All right, cool. So shifting gears just a little bit.
Let's do it.
So I know that, you hustle, you work hard. I know you have a 9 to 5 and a 5 to 9 and probably, some a little bit after that too. And so for a lot of creators, I know we're juggling a lot of different things, trying to make sure that we leave something of value in this world, whether it's said or unsaid, right? So what role would you say that legacy plays in your work?
It's real random, and this is a very transparent moment. Okay, when I was a kid, I used to pray to be like Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? Like I really wanted to be Martin Luther King. Like I used to watch all his speeches and stuff, and that kind of spirit kind of transfer over as an artist. And it's just like when you talk about legacy, it's just like I just wanted to do something that my culture was proud of. You know what I mean? And that changed it. Like I love African art because a lot of times you don't see the artist. You just see like a sculpture, or you see like a mask, or you see a painting, and you're just like, man, I don't know who did it. Right. And it's just like, but it's like, I feel it, and it ain't got nothing to do with me. That's kind of the legacy I want to leave. Like, even with my 9 to 5, like I want the money I make to do more than just pay my bills and keep lights on. Like it should be able to carry over to something, into an investment that my kid can be like, man, I'm glad he wasn't lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of thing. You know what I mean? So
I dig it. And there is nothing wrong with wanting to be like Martin Luther King, okay? Just
man, I know. It's just,
you gotta get the voice together, but nonetheless.
In chapter, no.
But no, that's dope. That's super dope.
Appreciate
Yeah. So we know 2020 has been the year that's been 20
Right.
years long, but it's been eye-opening for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So being from Atlanta, you're in the middle of a lot of stuff.
Right.
We had the killing of Ahmaud Arbery. We had the election debacle. Shout out to Georgia for flipping blue. Like,
Man,
we
they
have
do.
the jokes about ATL never closed in the midst of a pandemic and all
Never.
those. Like, it's just a lot
Everybody got it.
going on, right? So all things considered, like, how have you like kept yourself centered, and like how has this year influenced your overall journey as an artist?
um, this year has been the most transformative year of my life.
Yeah.
I have laughed very hard during this year. I've cried more times than I ever have in my life.
Yeah.
Like I've literally boo-hooed. Like I've cried for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as an artist, like it just kind of taught me to like I almost quit art this year. You
I
know,
remember.
yeah, like I was like, I don't want to do this no more. Like I'm not good enough. I can't do none of this, man. And it's like I didn't, and things were happening in my life, and it was draining my energy. And I was just like, man, like I just want to. It's like everything I'm doing ain't getting where it need to get to. You know what I'm saying? And through those tears, man, it was just like, okay, so all right, you might not be the artist you want to be, or you might not do this, or you might not do that. So what? Feel the feel,
Yeah.
wipe yourself off, take a step back. That's important for an artist. Take a step back, put the pen down, come back, and be like, all right, shoot, well, let's try anyway.
Yeah.
So that was the lesson I came, that kind of resonated with me. It's just like sometimes you got to know when to step away, and sometimes you got to know when to fight through it, man. So,
That's
yeah.
real. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can agree with this year just trying for no, well, I'm sure, but the thing is, it's not even for, I was about to say for no reason, but it's not for nothing.
It's not for nothing.
If there was ever a time for, us to be creating and for our voices to be heard, whether it's literally or figuratively, it's now. Like,
It's
it's
now.
now. And that's
Yep.
probably why you were feeling like, this ain't, no, like lean into it, push harder. That's the realness. Like, that's
That's the key.
what was really like happening. But
That's
I
the
will
key.
say I appreciate, like our camaraderie is like our homies, like I said, because we push
Right.
each other. It's like, where you been? I ain't seen nothing lately, or what
Yeah,
you
for
working
sure. Right, right.
on? So yeah, I really appreciate that, and I'm of course glad that you haven't stopped going. I'm excited for what's to come because
For all of us.
yeah,
Seriously. Yeah.
yeah. So thank you for just not quitting.
Nah, I appreciate it. I will, testimony like seeing what you were doing with your art and your paintings. I think you have this photo where you're sitting down and you have all your artwork behind you. And it just was inspiring for me. Like I saw that and it was just like, it's not about the art, even though your art is dope. It's
Yeah,
the fact that it's just like each finished piece was a time where you got through it. All them
yeah,
feelings, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, look at how many times she got through it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's dope. Like, and that was inspiring for me, especially during a tough time for me, man, where I just felt like I lost everything. And it was like, well, keep on creating, you
yeah.
know.
I
So
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
I never even thought about it that way. So,
Yeah, thank you, man.
oh, cool.
Appreciate you.
So we're kind of talking about this already, but like my slogan, like with Resolute Roses, true purpose is where passion and vulnerability collide. So we
Mhm.
talk about the passion and the drive, and I gotta do and all this stuff.
Right.
But what role would you say that like vulnerability has played in your own pursuit of purpose? And you've talked about it a little bit, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to, more intentionally ask the question.
Man, listen, man, you just gotta, um, like I was talking about getting through it. That's the vulnerable part.
Yeah,
I believe everybody can create. I believe it. Everybody has an artist of some sort inside of them. We allow the feelings to trap us in it, and because we won't admit, like, I'm scared that it's gonna look ugly. All right, cool. Let's get past that part. Draw something. It look ugly. I still figure it's not quite there. But think about the fearlessness of a kid in kindergarten, and they just draw the mom and the dad holding hands, and they do the little scribble. the parents get proud of that, and they post that on the fridge. Why? You know what I mean? Because it was like you've expressed yourself, and it's like you care enough about us that you've done that.
Yeah.
But when we get older, I'm too old to draw stick figures, but I ain't put in no work to draw anything but stick figures. It's like,
How the Basquiat.
you know what I'm saying? I put a crown on that thing, easy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's important to be vulnerable and to feel what you feel, and then commit it to your craft or whatever it is your passion is. So,
I dig it. I
yeah.
dig it. So now we're gonna go into like a quick lightning round. And
Yeah.
so you just answer the first thing that comes into your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 questions. So the first one is, what's one book, song, or quote that has directly influenced your journey as an artist?
Today you are you, and that's truer than true. There's no one alive that's youer than you, Dr. Seuss.
Boom.
Yeah.
Drop it on them. I was like,
Like
that
that.
sounds so familiar.
Dr. Seuss, man. Hey, everything Dr. Seuss I love.
The realist.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's one non-negotiable part of your day that directly contributes to your work and or well-being?
I have to pray. I have to listen to music. If you catch me not doing either one of those things, you're gonna get a very, very unproductive, very, very angry Ced. So
Fair enough. All right. So this one is kind of like a fill in the blank. So say, my name is blank and I am
yeah.
resolutionary because blank.
Yes.
This is all you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I am Ced, and I am resolutionary because I care for the people.
That's the realist. That's real. And look, that's that.
That's all I
Thank you
got.
so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Ced. Let the people know, how to find you, what's next, whatever you want to share while we get ready to wrap this up.
Cool. The best way to find me right now is on Instagram, at left LEFT underscore unced UNCED. Grandpa series will be picking up. We have 2 episodes. The collective we. I got some. Well, I say y'all know what I'm getting at. The next episode for Grandpa is coming out Christmas Day. It's gonna be a Christmas Day episode, and then there's gonna be an end of the year episode. After that, starting 2020, so everybody know when to expect it. Starting January the 10th, they're gonna come out every Sunday for the first quarter of the year. So outside of that, you'll hear from me, and we'll get it going.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ced. This was so good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. See, it wasn't that bad. All right,
No.
y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna include Ced's information below. And yeah, that's another, I guess, interview or episode of the
See.
Resolutionary series. Thank you guys for tuning in.